What's up, people? It's Mike. Back at Bourbon. I'm in Portugal. Yeah, in an Uber. Don't use Bolt when you come here. They always deny the rides. You go through 7 or 8 drivers to get a ride somewhere. Anyway, we're going to a place. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name. Anyway, they've got some dusty stuff. They got a wild turkey bottle. Ooh, yeah. It's a Euro export. Austin Nichols. Possibly late 80s, early 90s bottle. Like $460. I don't know. I know those bottles go for about that, probably more. The age stated bottles anyway. This one's age stated, 8 years. It's 86.8 proof. I'm going for that. They got some other stuff. They got some ceramic bottles from Jim Beam. I think they're like late 70s, early 70s bottles. But ceramic damages the whiskey, some people say. Changes the flavor, the taste. Those are like $140. They're cool historical pieces, but eventually I'm gonna drink this stuff, so I ain't buying that. Y'all stay with me. And I hope they allow videography, because I'd hate to come all this way and bring my nice little camera and they don't allow me to shoot anything, so. Fingers crossed, legs open.
So, as is the case, every place in this city, every street's one way. So Uber driver's like, I can't drop you in the front. I can't drop you in the front. So you gotta walk a ways, try not to get run over by this big ass garbage truck. Don't go anywhere. Wait, let me get it right. Garrafera Nacional. We're here, let's go in. Beautiful. Look. Feast your eyes. Yeah. Hola. I got good news. They're gonna let me film. Oh my God. So I went to one liquor store and they're like, no video, man. It's like, bro, I'm a famous American. I'm like, we don't care. You don't look like Brad Pitt. Can't film in here, so I'm gonna spare you all this stuff like the port wine and all the European wine you might not want to see. I'll show you some of the Scotch, Irish whiskey. So the case behind me, it belongs to the owner. He put it up for auction and no one wanted to purchase any of it, so it's on display here for people like you and me to come and buy. So again, they have one location in Porto. They have a few in Lisbon. I might check those out. We'll see. No promises. But here, I'll spin the camera around. You can feast your eyes because some of you guys also like Scotch. I don't. I'll go slow so you can see the prices. They're in euros. Add 20 cents to your dollar. You do the math, okay? Look at that Glenfiddich. No idea, everyone, what I'm looking at here. But as you can see, there's an 18-year there in a gold bottle along with the box. There's your price. You want more? These look like ceramic decanter type bottles. €2.99. All right, no commentary. I'm just gonna show you. Oh, look at this. A 40-year Glenfiddich. It's gonna run you about 5K American, okay? Beautiful, right? These are also gorgeous. Look at this. Glenfiddich Reserve, 6K. Another 40-year bottle here. $5,000, 21 year, $6.95. Okay, I'll shut up now.
My God, are you still talking?
Why's my potato got skin on it? I hate skin!
Hey, look, on the bottom shelf, look at the prices on their bottom shelf stuff here. They're like $500, $300. Nice and slow. There we go. No worries, right? Oh, here we go. What a bargain. 49 bucks. Whatever that is. So I don't know what these are. They look like a Johnny Walker knockoff. Let me know if they're Johnny Walker. They look like Johnny Walker, but they look really old. Some dusty stuff up here. Hold on. I'm reaching way above my head. Way above. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm barely 6 foot. 6 foot on a good day.
1 foot on a good day somewhere else. No. Okay. Mike, we know you're lying. Yeah, look, oh, good God. Look at the size of that Johnny Walker Red label. Holy moly. It looks old, too. It looks, let me tell you, the size of this bottle looks to be about 1.5 feet. And we got quite a bit, got quite a bit of evaporation going on there. So that's probably pretty old. 175 euro. And we have the 12-year. Again, this bottle is a mammoth. I know I joke about Puma killer bottles. You know, our handles back home, but this thing would kill a human right there. Good God. 400 euro. Johnny Walker Blue in the coffin. Look at that coffin display. Very nice, very classy. And it's a bit ripped. I bet it's old. $2.99. And its cousin over there. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Try to get the label in the background. Let me see. My left knee is killing me, y'all. I'm about to dislocate my kneecap for you people. Hope y'all appreciate this. But there you go. I don't want this video to be too long, but we have some more. Bruichladdich Sherry Classic, 229 euros. But look at that, 1984. Bruichladdich. Oh, it's cast strength. I probably like that one. I don't like the price though. 990 euro. Sliding a bit here. This one looks familiar. Anyway, look at this. All right, you got any Ardbeg fans? There's a very old one there. Guaranteed 30 years old. 2,000 euro. And here's another one. I can't see the age, but not much better for us. But comes in a nice display box. Isle of Jura? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know. Isle of Jura. Okay. And more here on the bottom. Highland Park, 18 year, 549. Ooh. Perfect. So my wife's here with me, and I'm gonna speed up. Let me get downstairs and see. But there's some, what, yeah? I'm sorry? Yeah, I know. I saw it. Or Macallan. That Macallan bottle here on the far left. Yeah, that looks vintage. Price reflects it, yeah. Ooh, look at this guy. Whoa. 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 There you go. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get to some bourbon here. Just a minute. Balvenie fans. I know my buddy Ron drinks the Scotch and the Irish whiskey. This is for you, buddy. All right, this is for you. You get your ass over here to Porto and buy some of this stuff. There's plenty of it. And more stuff here on the bottom. All right, guys and gal. Real slow. Try to go smooth. Get the pricing here. Okay? All right. You're welcome. So, I don't know if any of you enjoy Japanese whiskey. I think it's good. Prefer bourbon. American whiskey, it's all right. If I come to your house and you pour it, trust me, I'll drink it. Here we go. Turn it around. We'll get to the bourbon. It's one case over, okay? Don't click off. The bourbon's coming up. You're gonna like this. Trust me. It's a 12-year Nika 70th anniversary. Look at that. This is also from my buddy Eric. 17 year. Beautiful decanter. $4.99. Oh, 25-year pure malt Nika. Good Lord. 4,000 and more. And more and more and more.
Hey, regarde. 14,50 euros.
Yeah.
Ça vaut ça. Non, non, ça vaut ça. Québec. c'est du vin derrière. Non, c'est 1690.
So I'm sweating from all this bending over. Not usually how I sweat when I bend over. I'm doing it for you. So these old Jim Beam dusty ceramic bottlings, yeah, they're not known for being really great. They're more collector items. I wouldn't open them and drink them. I've read the reviews. There's not very many online. You're not gonna find it on Reddit. I think I found one review on Reddit and he said the whiskey tasted like shit. So get a better shot here. Look, Dean's Choice, 150 bucks. I mean, if I was interested in collecting these, those aren't bad prices. These are very old. And you just look at the label on that. The label has delaminated. They've been here for a while, most likely. And there's more Beam Choice there. All right, 189. And next to it's 199. I mean, the bottles are gorgeous, right? And they're all penises? They're all musicians, right? Chopin, Beethoven's over there. There's Mozart there in the middle. Really cool, right? And then you got the Hunters. Wait, what is this? Which one is that with the deer on it? I got two here with a deer. So I'm not sure. I don't know. You let me know. You're a real collector, you let me know. So I'm gonna get out of the way, blocking traffic. What else did I want to say about these? Can't remember. All you young people, don't get old. Let's get back to the hunt. Do you see that? You see that? That's the bottle I came here for. Yeah, okay, Mike, who cares? It's Austin Nichols. We can find that in the States. That's age stated and also is a Euro export. You might not be able to find that, but I found it. Here's the price. It's 599 euro. Now, they were advertising on the website a sale, 20% off. I'll see if I can get it for that price. I don't know if it's only for locals. Here in Porto, in other cities in Portugal, citizens get a discount for just living here. They don't want them to move out of the city. So entrance to museums, attractions, they're all free for these folks. But they ain't free for people like me and you. There we go. Look at that old Jim Beam bottle. Wow. And that white label Jim Beam is very old. Probably a 70s, late 70s bottling. Oh, look at this. William LaRue Weller Special Reserve. I did not see this on the website. You want to see the price? Yeah, 2,000 bucks. Look at that. Good Lord. They got the horsey juice. I don't know, looks like regular horsey juice to me. What, $2.99? Here, you have to keep in mind, they don't get many of these. So that's probably a fair price around here, 299 bucks. You want a pen bottle from Beam? That's one I've never seen before. Wow, this is a treat, man. This is a treat, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna be doing more traveling. You got a 10-pen Beam back there, 699 euro. Look at that thing. 10-year Beam. Whether or not it tastes good, I don't know. Gooderham's Big Brown Jug. I've seen some big brown jugs in my time. Let me tell you. All right, enough with the jokes, Mike. You're not funny. $1.99. I don't like Canadian whiskey unless it's found north. I'm kidding. Alberta Premium is great. Look at this guy, though. Look in the back. Okay, good. I know what you're gonna say. It's just 4 roses. Mike, it's just 4 roses. Yeah, I guarantee you that one's about 30 years old. 70 bucks. Probably doesn't drink nicely, but there you go. Yeah, we'll just take a peek down here at the Crown Royal. Y'all, I flew through Montreal. I was kind of hoping to score at the duty free. I did not. They have literally taken all of the bourbon off the shelves in Canada. Literally, I'm not joking. I talked to one of the clerks at the store. They said they put it in storage. I said, well, you know, it stops aging once it comes out of the barrel, sir. He did not get my joke. That's okay, no one does. Okay, we're here for bourbon. So we're gonna go downstairs where the bourbon is. I've shown you guys enough scotch. All right, let's see what we got. It's downstairs. Hold on, let my wife know where I'm going. She worries about me. Prized possession, hold on. All right, so let me show you. This is pretty impressive. I'm gonna spin this around. So some more bourbon is downstairs. As you can see here, look. Look at that. So I'll go down the stairs with you guys. Many of the buildings here in Portugal are made of stone. Yeah, and this building is no different. It's a very interesting country. I can see why there are a lot of American expats here, or maybe they're immigrants. Maybe expat gets misused. If you're leaving your country for another country, you're an immigrant. But I guess if you have great means, then they call you an expat. And if you don't, then they call you an immigrant. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about that. I'm in the wrong section. The bourbon is on that plate. Thank you. Thank you, miss. I've wandered into the port section. Port's delicious, by the way. I grabbed a couple of tawny port wines that drink just like a whiskey. I'm telling you, come to my house, man. I'll pour you some. 10 years old. Great stuff. You know what I paid? 60 bucks. Right from the winery. Anyway, I'll spin this around just so you can understand scale here of what we're looking at. So they have a very beautiful arrangement of wine. All right, let me get out of the way. All right, so here, I'll give you the view. It looks like a private tasting area up top for the VIPs. Oh yeah, I want to be a VIP one day. I bet Bruzel could go up there if he wanted to. All right, let's meander along here. Try to stay out of the way. More wines and wines and wines. Oh, sorry, pardon me. All right. Yeah, the gentleman was wearing a very beautiful presidential. You know what that is? Let me know in the comments. You know, people are telling you, Mike, don't wear your nice jewelry in Portugal. Don't listen to people. Wear whatever you want to wear here. This is a very low crime country. I've never felt uncomfortable. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So, just for fun, y'all, we're gonna do a quick pan here. These are probably what most would consider shelfers. Yeah, Bushmills, Jamie, some stuff I've never heard of. We got more Yamazaki. Oh, look at this. Yamazaki 12. Yeah, okay. And that there looks like sake. All right, enough of this, okay? Okay. Look at this, this is cool. You know what that is? Louis the 13th. Some of them are 100 years old. So the person responsible for the initial blending probably won't live long enough to see the finished product. Think about that. $4,000, $36.90. And I was told there's more bourbon here, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Let me look a little closer. Oh well, okay. Well, I found the bourbon. It's right there. They said there's more bourbon. They're damn right. Look at that. Sinatra Select. 194 bucks. I paid $60 for mine at Bevmo. But again, foreign country, you're gonna pay a premium here for American whiskey. And more Macallan stuff. Look at this, this is interesting. Yeah, got a Macallan 30 back there for $62.99. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see if I can find the bourbon, y'all, hold on. Okay, so I found it. They do have one shelf dedicated to American whiskey down here in the basement. See, Jack Daniel fans might get excited about this. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. Look at this. There it is. 47 euros. I don't know which edition this is, but it's the Legacy edition. I think there's 4 or 5, I don't know. We see this all the time, right? McLaren. And triple mash, yeah, we see that. Of course, we see the bonded. Those are your prices on those. Red Dog Saloon. Oh, look, the White Rabbit. That's a good price. You're a Jack Daniels collector. I'm not. I only collect the age-stated stuff in the Coy Hills. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's okay. And single barrel select. Here, compare the price to the price home. Not bad, really. Really think about it. I haven't seen the Castric stuff. And the rye. It's always good for a close-up of the labels, yeah? But look at this. Look at those. What is that? I don't know. They're LEs. Here's your price. I've never seen these before. 107 proof Jack Daniels. It's not age stated. Only Jack's what, 80 proof? There you go, read that. Now I'll read it for you. Tennessee Travelers Series honors Jack's desire to see the world, explores the world of taste found in the whiskey crafted in one place. Tennessee. Yeah. These are 375s, looks like. No, 500 ml. Can you see that? It's a 500 ml bottle. I've never seen a 500 ml bottle anywhere containing whiskey anywhere. So this one's sweet and oaky. So I guess this would be the Tennessee whiskey. Look at that. This one's bold and spicy. Yeah, it's because it's a rye, Mike. Yeah. Can you read? There we go. Again, 500 ml. Same proof, 107 proof. Really cool. That's a cool find. I might buy that just for fun, despite the price. I don't know. Probably just number 7 at a higher ABV. More Shelfer stuff here. I'll go slow. Right, so they have a lot of the basics. Got none of the higher aged overhold stuff, but there. Evan Williams Black. Old Virginia. Ah, look at this. Okay, this one's interesting. Now I cheated. I looked this up. Okay, I didn't know this. This is Kentucky bourbon. It's bottled in France and it's sold in Europe. I think a German company owns this label. Interesting. And it's probably not very good. You won't see this in the United States. Unless you come over here, buy a bottle and bring it back. Okay. Oh look, I got my favorite too. Oh.
Won't y'all look at that? They got Eagle Rare here. $58. And Buffy. Look, I got Buffy, y'all. Oh, Heaven Hills Miller Corn. Look at there. I want y'all to look at that. All the way over here in Porto, we got Miller Corn. Lord have mercy.
Oh, look, at the import label. Quit talking like that before I get arrested. Did I show you the price? There you go. Whistle Pig. 105. Woodford Double Oak. Oh wow. Am I imagining things? Okay, you have to educate me. Have you ever seen a 1 liter bottle of Woodford Double Oaked? Let me say it again. You ever seen a 1 liter bottle of Woodford Double Oaked? I have not. That's a cool find, but it's too heavy and I have to take it back in my luggage and I got other stuff I gotta carry back, so no. But nice. Yep. Bullet 10. That's a nice bottle. That's tasty. You know. And what do we got down below? Nothing. All right, y'all. I skipped a shelf. Here, I'll show you this. It's the Jack Daniels gift pack. 60 euros. Comes with a clock. Reads "Make it count." That's it. Makers 46. That's good stuff. No commentary about quality here, y'all. I just want to show you what they got over here. Look at this. More horsey juice. All right. In all of its glory, look at that. The original single barrel product. Now here's what's interesting. All right, you see that, right? You see that for 180 bucks. I'll just say dollars, okay? And then you see this for $238. Now this is a much better whiskey. There we go. Yep, I got a bunch of these goldies, huh? 102 proof. Let's see when this one was bottled. Recent bottling. May 23rd, last year. Tax sticker on it. It's cool. All right, we talked about those two. And this is the one that everyone loves. Yikes. $400, man. 2023 bottling, straight from the barrel. When I had a baby on March 23rd, 2023. Come over here and buy this. You're gonna pay for it though. All right, so we're gonna go back upstairs and look at that wild turkey bottle one more time. 500 euros. That's average secondary for that bottle. What? The average secondary stuff isn't a European export, and you're finding something that's age stated. You're gonna pay a premium for that as well. You look at some of the, late 90s, early 2000 bottlings of wild turkey. They don't have an age statement, and they're still going for like $400. As usual, when I go bourbon hunting, I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad boy again today. Look at this. That is correct. That is gonna go home with Mikey P. If you look closely at the bottom, you'll see. What do you see here? See if I can get that to focus. This is a 1989 bottle of Austin Nichols Wild Turkey. It's $4.79 for an 89 bottling. And it comes with a nice topper. Look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I can get this in the light. Yep. So, do a little haul review for you guys when I get home. I'll see y'all next time. Cheers. Okay, like I always do, I'm gonna show you the damage. It's kind of bad. Hold on, there it is. 479 euros. Wild turkey. There's the damage, but here's the good part. Hold on, let me show you the good part. Here's the good part. It's gonna be tax-free. So, I'll get back, so focus. I don't know why it's not focusing. Yeah, I'll get back 58 bucks. So here's the lesson. If you're traveling, you're buying stuff in Europe, bring your passport with you. You can get it tax-free, duty-free, including that bottle that's in that bag. I'll show you all the haul when I get home. We'll do a full haul review. See y'all next time. Cheers. I may or may not hunt in Lisbon. Kind of over budget. My wife's looking at me like I'm fucking crazy because I am. Bye. So I said I wouldn't do it. It's gonna be one and done here in Lisbon. But my wife's asleep. Very long night last night. So going to the same establishment, different city, Garrafeira Nacional. I think this is the flagship location. There's another Dusty I'm hunting. This one not as expensive as the last, but still nonetheless, it's an 8-year age-stated product. I don't know if it's a late 60s or early 70s bottling. There are very few reviews online for it, so we'll see how bad could it be. I think it's like $100. Stay tuned. So we struck out, and I don't have time to go to another location, or maybe, depending how far it is, I have to look at the map. They don't have the bottle I want. I'll put it on the screen. It's really cool. It's an Illinois bourbon. Yeah, I think it's like a late 60s, early 70s bottling. It's like, I think it was like 100 euros. That's a fine. But they have some stuff here. I do a quick scan. Let y'all see. Nothing really fantastic or spectacular. I know you discerning buyers like this one. Check it out. All right. Check this out. It's just white label. But look how old this thing is. Holy moly. Wow. Check it out. I'm gonna pull it down. Hopefully I don't break it. It's only 60 euros though. Look at that. White label Jim Beam Puma Killer. Look at this. Very nice. 60 bucks. Yeah. That label is sun beaten, but I don't know. I'd have to date it. Yeah, not worth the bother. Well, that's cool, fine. I'm not carrying that back in my luggage, no way. They also have here a lion killer. I'm gonna show you this. It's number 7, but it ain't a 175. This is not a handle. It's even bigger than that. Check it out. I can barely hold this extended. That's a 3-liter bottle of Jack Daniels. And this thing is heavy. You can see my arm shaking. It's enormous. Yeah, it's the size of a VW Bug. Good God. Cool find. But, man, under 40 bucks? Nah. Michter's 10-year. This is a good find. Shit, you can't even find this in the States sometimes, but that's a little rich for that bottle. I would not pay that. I'd pay 150, 170 maybe. Okay, I'm full of shit, man. I'd pay 200 bucks for that. I'm not a fan of the 10-year, more the barrel strength. All right, y'all, I don't know if you can see that, but they got more Jack Daniels stuff up there, including that Traveler's Edition, the bold and spicy rye, and the sweet and oaky bourbon. Those are not 375s. They're half liters. So the idea is you buy each, and then you can travel back to your country with 1 liter duty free. And that's the reason why they're that size. It's a very clever marketing technique. I'll leave it up there a little longer. I got it on max zoom, y'all. I'm sorry, but it's pretty much the same stuff we saw in Porto. If you look down here, what do you see? I got Evan Williams single barrel, Old Virginia. We talked about that. Rare breed. I'm curious to see what date that was released. I'm not gonna ask. I don't want to bother these people. Got Knob Creek 9. Some Woodford stuff. Got that Elvis stuff. Whatever. Old Overholt. All the youthful stuff. And we got a couple more bottles of that Michter's 10-year rye. More Whistle Pig. Oh, look at that. Rittenhouse. That's interesting to see that here. And then they got the Michter's shelfers there. Okay? We struck out. She said they're sold out of the bottle that I wanted. I don't know if they're sold out or maybe it's at another location, but she said they're sold out. No offense to that lady, but I tend not to believe that. Yeah, they had a William LaRue Weller. They had a bottle from the early 80s that wasn't on the website, but they had it at Porto, 2,000 euro, which if you really think about it and you compare US prices, that's a bargain for that bottle. But beyond my budget, I cannot afford it. I could buy it, but yeah, I don't want to do that. Not for that, not for that. I'm gonna pull out the maps, see if we can find somewhere else. Go get a fucking drink, man. It's hot as hell out here. It's like 90 degrees. Good Lord. I'll check back with y'all in a minute. So, just for you, I'm going to increase the amount of swallows in my crotch. This place called Manuel Tavares. It's a bottle shop. It's right around the corner, actually. It's not that far. It's kind of on the way back to the hotel. I walk. I'll walk here. I'll take Uber, man. Depending on where you stay and which hotel you choose. Pretty much, if you stay near the riverfront, I don't know what neighborhood I'm in. Sorry. But yeah, if you stay near the riverfront, pretty much everything's walkable. Or you hop on one of these trains, and where you won't see any people with needles in their arms or people with cups in their hands. Occasionally you see that, but it's a very clean city. There are police all over. It's been a great experience. Let me make sure I don't get lost here. Talk to you at the storefront. Another thing, they don't look at me weird here with a camera. No one even cares. Like this, probably think I'm talking to a phone or some shit, you know? So, very polite people here, very courteous. Everyone's helpful. Everyone speaks English, particularly the folks who work in the hospitality and service industries. And it's compulsory through grade 9 here to learn English, and even a third language if you choose. All right, here we are. I'll show you the storefront, but I'd have to risk ruining someone's beautiful Peugeot. Yeah, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to die either, not yet. So, looks like mostly port here on the outside. Of course, more scotch, more Irish whiskey. Things maybe some of you like, but I'm not really particularly fond of. Let's go inside. Hopefully they'll let me video. The best thing they had in there was John Daniel's Single Barrel Select. Good pour, great whiskey. Not what I'm here for, but thank you, sir. That's the owner. So I talked to the owner, and he said he does have some old stuff. He checked downstairs in his storeroom. no American whiskey down there. But they got another one of these Jim Beam's Choice Beethoven bottles. I don't know if it's Mozart, Beethoven, Chopin. I can't think of any other composers. Rachmaninoff. That one? Yeah. Get my Rachmaninoff sometime. Let's see. Check it out. So this is what they got. And they said all the good stuff's out here in the display inside the window. There it is. But quite a bit more than Garafera. That one's $2.89. They were selling that for €139. Let's see if I go somewhere else. Look, I almost missed this. Can you see through the glare? It's Joe Got a Gun Tennessee Whiskey. Batch number 1. €47. I looked it up. It's aged 3 years. Ain't no way I'm buying that. But it's a cool find because I've never seen it in the States. Joe Got a Gun. It is distilled, barreled, bottled in Tennessee. Maury County, I think. That's pretty cool. That's a cool find. All right. You gonna believe this? Well, you might believe it. If you know me, I walk right by another Garafera location. It's about 7 minutes away. Happens to be on the way to the hotel. So you know what I'm gonna do? Go back in there. Maybe I can find something that's not on the website. Talk to the staff. I'm gonna smile and say, hello. It's Mike from Birdside Bourbon. Help me out, bro. Stay tuned. This will be the last one. I'm gonna go back to the hotel. Don't I have a great smile? No? Okay. Here's another quick tip. You're gonna get money out. Do not use these ATMs. Don't use Euronet. Use Multibanco. Trust me. These guys are a fucking ripoff. I'm not adjusting exposure. If you can't see it, I'm sorry. But there's another location. Same company. And maybe it's a quarter mile away. On the way to the hotel, I'm gonna cross the street without getting hit by a trolley once again. People drive here crazy as hell. That's all right. I live in California. I'm used to it. Let's go inside. I'm gonna check the window display real quick. And they got any good stuff? They don't. All right, let's go inside. Okay. They didn't have it in the store, but they're gonna have it delivered to this location tomorrow. So I gotta make sure I come back here and pick it up. So that'll be 2 dusty bottles scored for your boy Mike. I'm headed back to the hotel. When I pick up the bottle, I'll check in with y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Bye. Hey, hope y'all enjoyed that hunt. I'm back in the United States. We've been back now, I don't know, 5 days or so. And I have to say, Portugal's a great country, man. I almost didn't want to leave. You know, the food there, particularly away from Lisbon and Porto to some degree, is very cheap. Like you can have a dinner out for like €40, including a bottle of wine. You can try doing that anywhere, even in rural areas of this country. Having dinner with a nice bottle of wine, you know, 80, 100, 120 bucks, easy, right? But there, even the bottom shelf wines are great, really good. Highly recommend the place. Okay, video's long enough. Let's get to the haul. We'll go in order of acquisition. I got that first, the Portuguese. It's a small batch whiskey, Vanaki whiskey, whatever the hell that is. It's blended, handcrafted in Portugal. They did not distill this, so this is sourced. Yeah, they source even in Europe, because it reads here on the side label, produced and bottled by. So that tells me they sourced it. And a little stamp on there, I guess it's a tax stamp. I don't know what that is, a little hologram looking thing. But I saw it, it was local, or at least it's a Portuguese product. So I thought it'd be cool to buy. I don't know if I'm gonna open it because I probably won't like the way it tastes. So why'd you buy it? Yeah, it's just because I like to collect souvenirs from places where I visit. I've got bottles from the places we've visited abroad. Haven't opened them. They have sentimental value. I know I'm weird. Next up, it's wine. Relax, hold on, I'll explain. They're tawny and white ports. Let me make sure I get that right, yeah. So one's a tawny and one's a white port. There's 3 types of port wine. There's rosé, tawny, and white. So what's the difference? I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. But this one's a hell of a lot darker. I'll show you. And they're both 10 years age stated. Let me tell you something. This is mine. Look at the color on that. Of course, this is a wine. They call it a fortified wine. Let me slide this back. They call it a fortified wine. What does that mean, Mike? That means, so this is distilled from grapes, obviously not cereal grains, and it's fortified with what they call grappa. So that's the equivalent of our white dog. So yeah, that's what they do. They add distillate to the wine. So what does that do? I hope I get this right. It might be wrong, correct me if you like. Once this goes into the barrel, the addition of the grappa, the distillate, it stops the grapes from getting sweeter. So, of course, it adds a bit of alcohol and body and flavor from the distillate. So that's the idea behind it. And I can tell you, This was my favorite thing that I tasted at this winery. This is all farm to table. This is distilled, barreled, bottled, all on site. And it's really good. It drinks like a whiskey to me. So the way this is typically consumed is after dinner with some cheese. And it's great. Really, really good. I'll bring the white out. White Porto, again, aged 10 years. Guess the ABV on these. They're both 20% alcohol. So 40 proof. Pretty light, but again, it's meant to be an after dinner drink. Not something you do in a dormitory or when you're feeling sad. Next up, we have... What's that, Mike? That's your phone. Yeah, you're right. So if you watch the thumbnail or you looked at the thumbnail, it read, I got screwed. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. So I went to pick that bottle up the next day. They say they were gonna have it delivered to one of their locations, and they did not do it. I walked in there with my wife, said, I'd like my bottle, please. And they said, oops, we don't have it. So they made a few phone calls. Yeah, it was never delivered. I said, well, I'll walk to the warehouse. Where is it? Oh, no, well, we can't locate it. So I wanted to get really, really mad and cause a disturbance, but I also did not want to get arrested. So I did not get that bottle. And at 100 euros, I think it's a steal because it's probably about 40 years old, maybe older than that. It would have been a cool piece to add to the collection. So there should be 5 bottles here. There are only 4. That's right. There's the 4th one. You saw it in the video. I hope you guys watched the video beginning to end. If not, that's all right. But yeah, so what's very interesting about this is you notice, what does it read there? It reads 8. Well, where's the proof? Most Wild Turkey labels, the domestic labels, the proof's down in the bottom left. I guess it's my right, your left. It's down here. You look very closely on the back label. It won't come into focus, but I put a light on it and it reads 101 proof, 8 years old. That little black strip right there. And I verified with Bruce Russell and also David Jennings of Rare Bird 101, good friend. And he said, yeah, that's a very rare bottle. You're not gonna find these. You won't find that here unless you visit a collector who's got them all. It's the only one I have. But what's cool about, where is it? There it is. I got my glasses on, I still can't see. What's cool about this is, look at that. This is what's known as a stop and pour stopper. This should have come with a box, okay? This and this came in a box. They did not have the box. I'm not upset about it because, as David said, you can't drink a box, bro. I said, no shit, man, you're right. So that's a really cool collector piece. Very happy that they included that at least. I'd rather have this in the box, honestly. So that's for sale, by the way. No, I'm kidding. It's not for sale. Neither is that. I will open this at some point. And if you look, it's got a little bit of evaporation going on there. It's below the neck. So I want to drink it before it evaporates. But that was bottled in 1989. I showed you guys in the video. So I was in the 8th grade, I think, yeah. 8th grade when that was put in a bottle, okay? You subtract some more time from that. I was 5 years old when this was distilled. I'm 50. That's a find. I ended up paying just shy of 500 bucks for this. In the video, I included a screenshot of something equivalent. So if you're looking at Dusty Turkey, Austin Nichols Wild Turkey, the good years are like 88 to 90 or 87 to 90 or something like that. So if you're gonna invest money in an expensive bottle like this, I mean, I think it was like 800 bucks. It might've been Deluxe Liquors or Fine Liquors that had a bottle of this. It might've been an 88, I can't remember now. Yeah, you're gonna spend 800 bucks. I got that for just shy of 500. That's still a lot of money, but I certainly think it's worth it. You ask David Jennings, he's gonna tell you 1989 was the best year for Wild Turkey 101. I'm gonna let y'all go. I appreciate you watching. If you watched till the end, I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to climb to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I got some reviews coming out. I got that Heaven Hill 19 I want to review. I'm going on Friday, potentially pick up that Calumet 18. The Barrel Shop, check them out. They just got 6 in. And also another surprise bottle. It's really hot. The Bourbon Junkies reviewed it and they were blown away. There's a hint what I'm getting. So y'all stay tuned. I'll probably shoot a hunt there, even though I've already shot one there. And then I got a few other places where I'm gonna shoot some hunts. So more hunting videos coming, more review videos coming. I'm gonna see y'all later. Appreciate y'all, love you. See you next time. Cheers.